Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to week 6. Wow, has it been a week or what? I didn't bring my tripod in, so I'm holding my camera with my hand. So pardon the shakiness of everything, but oh my goodness, how are you guys doing? I've talked to a few of you, but I want you to know first and foremost that wow, sending you so much love. Just a little personal story on Tuesday night. I'd actually had some sessions with you guys on Tuesday. I was just quite certain that Hillary was going to win. I think many of us were, right? That was part of the reason it was so shocking. Later on that evening, I was curled up in a ball on the couch sobbing. I had disconnected so much from I don't watch TV. I mean, I don't watch the news or anything like that. I love television, like certain shows and such, but I definitely don't watch the news. And we had voted, but I didn't know what was going on. And my husband told me, it's pretty close. And I'm like, no, it's not. Just collapsed, you guys. I was so flippin' afraid, and I just had all of these thoughts about, terrible things happening, and just so much sorrow and fear and disbelief. But the main emotions that were present for me were fear and sadness and grief. And I think it's so necessary that we have some grief over what's happened. If, in fact, this is relevant to you. If it's not, it's cool. Like, maybe you've moved on. Maybe you had a different perspective on the whole election. So, I'm really speaking to those of you who might be, which I think is most of you, that were like, wow, and hurt and felt sad and just grief. I was just thinking me and my daughter were going to, see the first woman ever become president together. So there's grief around that for sure. And let yourself feel it. At the same time, I encourage you to use your meditation practice and the tools that you've been developing and apply them. This is your chance to really sit up in your life and not say yes to the voices of fear, and to see how those voices of fear live as thoughts in your mind. So be vigilant. Don't get lost in your catastrophic thinking. Don't get lost in your despair over the state of humanity's heart. Because just as much as there's a lot of people in the United States that have some, shall we say, I'll just call them wrong views on things. Bigotry and narcissism and, all of the things that Donald Trump represents, that's all born out of the heart of fear. And so the best way that we can do anything about that is to be fearless. Wipe yourself off, cry your tears, and move forward stronger in your practice than you did before. Stronger in your convictions than you were before. Use this as fuel for your deeper awakening. I know that sounds weird, but maybe it doesn't. I mean, we're in week 6 now, so this is going to make sense to you guys. So I will support that space. It's like we're in this together. But we don't need to get lost in content. I'm sick already of just all the Facebook posts and just people like blaming, taking the victim stance. And so today, on today's email, I'm going to include a couple of links that I found to be really helpful. One is by someone I've mentioned to all of you. His name is Jason Gaddis. I think I've mentioned him to all of you, but if not, I'm attaching a link to a video he did yesterday or the day before about what to do if you're disappointed in the election. Oh, my arm's tired. Hello, hand. So I'll include that in today's email. I've also included a new meditation, And this meditation is to anchor you into your authentic self so that you can really touch in on the truth of who you are and begin to even more so live from those qualities of inner confidence, of peace, of kindness and presence. It's like we need to be reminded of who we truly want to be in our life. You know, we need these reminders. Otherwise, we get lost in our old default pattern. Your devoted work to yourself of uncovering your own darkness, peeling through the layers of confusion that really not live only in your heart, but guess what? They live in the human heart as well. And by you, as Gandhi said, being that change in the world, it will inspire others to do the same, because on an energetic level, we are all connected. As my teacher says, you're never alone, you're all one. So we may be feeling alone, but we can remember that as we are who we would like to see and be in the world, we want others to be more tolerant, then we need to be more tolerant. And that shifts energetically, you know, the state of humanity. And as Brendan Burchard has said recently, everything, progress, he didn't say everything, he said progress always wins, always. And I thought about that and I'm like, oh my God, that's so true. Progress always wins, or progress. People say it both ways. Process, progress. Tomato. So let's just, you know, take a deep breath, acknowledge your feelings, let yourself grieve, but don't stay stuck in those thoughts that keep us stuck in our emotions. Let them move through you with the support of your belly. Remember, the heart, when it's supported by the belly, can allow the emotional world to move through without us collapsing, without us pushing away. So right now you might just really sense yourself in your belly. Yeah, just touching in there. And then as well as the new meditation, you'll be continuing the other practices, you know, the foundational practices, along with the meditation in the morning or whenever it's working for you. But most of you are doing a really nice job incorporating it into your morning. You'll do your writing practice either after your meditation. It's okay if you do it later. I know sometimes it's hard. You don't have the time in the morning. And you might find benefit to doing it later as well, because the writing itself is a way of us to process and bring what's dark into the light so that we can unwind ourselves from any reactivity that we may have gotten lost in during the day. Experiment with the writing meditation after your meditation, and then also maybe experiment with it at another time in the day and see. You have flexibility with that. So, you know, playing. And your belief work now is really essential. So practicing your new beliefs, and I've worked with all of you on this, so practice your new beliefs, you know, times a day. Definitely in the morning when you wake up after your meditation. Just taking each belief, spend, you know, several seconds with each one, just feeling the felt sense of what would it feel like if I believed this to be true. And remember, we've already proved those beliefs to be true, but the doubting mind will come in, always. Oh, yeah, expect it. Expect doubt to come in when you do your belief work. And rather than argue with the doubt, you might just ask the question, what would it be if I really believe this were true? And that question will sink you beneath the doubt. We circumvent it. And we also pull it in and include it on board, right? Because we understand the power of it. Practice from this point forward till the end of the 6 weeks, these next 6 weeks. You'll notice, if you practice, you'll notice changes happening. The tone of the mind. Many of us begin this work with a very critical and harsh inner tone, and the belief work transforms it into something much more kind, much more steady, and you'll begin to see things more broadly. So you'll see solutions or ways of handling things that you may not have seen before when you were just like kind of lost and locked into your limited mindset and beliefs. Speaking of mindset, continue to read that. I hope you're enjoying it. And loving you guys, just sending you so much love and many blessings. You're doing awesome. Keep going. Keep going. If you have a setback, don't be overwhelmed by the work, but also be diligent and be accountable. Always staying and sticking to your foundational practices is so important. And now the belief work is becoming that one of those foundational practices. Meditation, writing meditation, and belief work are the 3 foundational practices. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And we have our next session scheduled, so I'll be seeing you guys in a week. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, right, a week. So enjoy this week and know I'm thinking of you and sending you so much love. Namaste.